Your time is now to become a champion of your real estate brand. Are you ready?
Welcome to the stage. It's your moment to shine. Level up your game. Success is on the line. Okay. Your time is now to become a champion of your real estate brand. Are you ready? Let's go. The Champions Podcast starts now.
You guys, welcome and happy to have you all out today. Another impact is going to be made, and that's what our vision is definitely here to create an impact and let you guys all rise up. Meeting every month. This is our goal. And this fine day, we've got some amazing hitters to bring in some ideas to improve production, growth, your mindset, and EXP as a whole. And that's what we're going to do month over month. We want to keep you on your toes and leverage you every time. So without further ado, I want to start off. We're going to get right into production. I've got Mr. John Wishmire. He's coming in. He's going to be talking about production and how he could leverage. I'll tell you this. So if you don't know John, he has grown his business for many years and he continues to thrive like no other. He's also brought his family into real estate too, and now alongside his wife, he has his boys doing real estate. They've got their teams. They're all taking it off in so many different directions. John is a true leader, and he's been able to really duplicate his system. So now, when we're in 2026 looking at production, John's going to help us out with how we could sell more homes. John, take it away, my man. Happy to have you here today.
All right. Thanks, Jason. Hey, happy Friday, everybody. I'm just glad in central Indiana the snow is melting. Sun shines out. It's perfect weekend. So thanks, Jason. Just really quick about me. Been in the business 25, 30 years, depending on how you look at real estate versus development, things like that. Very fortunate. My team is actually my wife and two of my sons. One of my sons handles pretty much our commercial business, the other the residential, and I'm just here kind of bridging the gap. I created, part of my message today is production, how we can move the needle tomorrow to get more sales. And my message is basically about creating habits because, so many agents, they don't know where to start. They may listen to a lot of stuff, but they don't really, they're constantly trying new things and they're not really creating, first off, you need that motivation and then creating those habits to truly get things steamrolling for you. A lot of the message right now, if you see online, the market is struggling. There's not enough home sales. The interest rates aren't good. All of those things. It's really, as an agent, we're as a top agent, and producing agent, we're getting beyond those things, not listening to the clutter and just working on the things to be proactive and working on your net income. So I'll start first with motivation. A lot of agents really lack the motivation to actually even start creating that habit. So it's getting a plan together that my message is going to be very simple. It's keeping that your daily pieces very simple. Not trying to, just because something new came out on social media, that it's not that you have to try that. It's getting your core pieces, established, and then it's creating, basically creating that habit forming mindset that it's like without thinking, you're doing it daily upon daily. I'm going to start first with just the easy habit, and then that consistency. It's working your database and that management, that relationship management. Most agents, and I'm going to say 80% of agents, do not work their their database, and it's one of the simplest pieces that you can do. And I've been doing this now for what seems like decades, because that's your core piece. It's not it's not cold calling. It's not getting a cold lead. It's people that you already know, whether it's another business owner in town or a past client. Your database is your golden. It's kind of your golden egg. I've utilized this for years upon years, and I'll use Brian Buffini as an example. He's some say he's kind of old school, but he drills it in you that categorize your database. Those that are going to refer you or use you, and those that are not. And it's the ones that are going to use or refer you. Those are the ones you take care of. And I've always been under the thought process, I'm more important. I'm more or I'll just say the client or in my database that is more apt to refer me is more important than the ones that are going to use me. Because, the average person and in your database, they probably have a family member or a friend that's a real estate agent, but that doesn't mean they won't refer you because their friend or relative may not be a great agent. They just feel the need that they have to use them because they're a family member. I get a lot of referrals from people that are like that. So as Buffini says, it's staying in touch, with those people, and in staying in touch, it's as easy as sending them market emails. It's taking them out for coffee sometimes. It can be very simple pieces, but if you're not staying at that top of the mind of that person, they're probably going to go to someone else. Okay, so it's just that's staying in mind, and it's what I want to say. It's the triggers that law of reciprocity. It keeps you at top of the mind of that person before they go to Zillow, because once they go to Zillow, you may not get anything. Then there's the habit forming mindset of the time blocking daily and creating those habits of, how does your day work? It's like, I'll give an example. My habits, they all revolve around faith, family, work, and fitness. And so every morning, and this is a non-negotiable item, basically 6 a.m., my wife calls it coffee time. And we're together for coffee. We're discussing, just whatever. Could just be talking about the news, but she finds it extremely important. It's that relationship habit. Following that, I work out. I work out 6-7 days a week. I'm an avid cyclist. I cycle Saturdays, sometimes 80 to 100 miles. But it's a non-negotiable piece. Then I go straight into, for me, it's checking emails, but it's the habit, check emails. Is there any emergencies? Is there an offer? Is there something that somebody has a question on that can't wait? So I get that. I put all the other emails to the side, and that can be done later, and then I go straight into lead gen, whether that's creating a new video, just anything like that. I'll say, that lead gen piece of creating videos, you hear it, you probably hear this weekly. Videos are where it's at in today's day and age. Most though do a couple videos or you don't know where to start. You don't know where to stop. Most are just doing just listed posts, or right now it seems like the cutesy thing is to do the fun character AI generated, which it'll be a fad probably that, most people will do it 1 or 2 times and then never do it again. But, doing a video, whether it's a simple video of your listing, just listed or something like that, it gets hundreds more views than just doing a static one. but it's creating that time, that habit, that time blocking every day, of doing some videos. What else are you marketing on? Getting in touch with past clients, your database. It's just doing something every day. And if you struggle working from home, a lot of people do, because there's always projects, things like that. Go find a place, even if it's just 3 or 4 hours, 2 to 4 hours per day. Just go do something. Get away and create that time block for creating things. Um, you know the Gosh, you can use AI for your videos. But it's that, um, establishing that habit of just continually doing it. Um, I personally, I didn't have videos 25 years ago, but I was able to, even for new agents, that if you don't have a listing, I would ask other agents if I could do something with their video or their new listing to market. And a lot of agents will let you do that. So even if you're a brand new agent or you don't have any listings, ask somebody else in your office, because they're typically more than willing to allow you to do that. Um, and then I'll just say, audit your calendar on a daily basis. If it's not an income producing type item, move that to the bottom of the list, because the end result, it's your bottom line, it's your net. It's those income producing items. It should be a non-negotiable in your daily routine. So I think my time's just about up, but I just wanted to, hopefully that's enough of a message of just, you need the motivation, create habits, and make those habits a non-negotiable item every day, because those are the things that start moving the needle, and to where you start upping your production. It's all about selling homes. So,
Awesome,
all
John.
right.
And that's why you guys keep crushing it, with the mindset that you're doing too. And Birgit even put it in the chat where you mentioned the three F's: the family, faith, and fitness. Um, and that's a great rule of thumb to follow, right? It makes you feel good in all three aspects.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I try to make it a non-negotiable item. Yeah, it's like every Saturday morning I'm doing a 80 to 100 mile bike ride. Fortunately, I have a team that can pick up any slack, but I don't take appointments during times like that. So
That's awesome. Well, and it was one of those I chuckled a little bit because when you said time management and you've got a room full of realtors, that's always one of the biggest things out there. That's a challenge, is time management for all of us. I'm a high I
yes,
personality, so yeah, I'm number one. That's a tough
yeah.
one. So, uh, but man, you dropped the knowledge, so I appreciate your time, John. Thank you here. And turning corners. We got a special guest today. So when we talk about EXP, we talk about that revenue share and agent attraction. So I had to bring in a guy that is smoother than butter. He is just an all-around great guy. He's our VP of growth. It's Mr. Tony King, and he's going to tell us about agent attraction, what it can do for your business, how it could help, and just implement a little bit to go a long way. Tony, we are so glad you're here today, my man. How are you?
I'm good. Did you say I'm smooth as butter? I could have swore you were talking about somebody else. I was like, who's he, who's he talking about that's going to be on this thing?
I did say
Hey
that.
everybody, thank you so much. You did. All right. Well, we're recording. Are we recording this? Cool,
Yes.
because I want to play that back for my wife so she knows. No, look, thank you so much for inviting me. Happy to come and chat anytime that I can, to talk, especially about my favorite topic like in the whole world, and that is agent attraction, growth, helping your real estate business and that specific side of it. And so I really don't have much to add. I mean, basically take everything that John just said and apply that same stuff to agent attraction. Like it is literally the exact same thing. It's the same mindset, it's the same skill set, it's the same focus, and sort of that focus on those income producing tasks and activities and the non-negotiables and all that stuff is the exact same. Focus on the relationships. The only difference is on the agent attraction side, you're focused on the relationship with who? With real estate agents. And then, for your non-negotiables, this is your attraction time. All the exact same rules apply. And so for some reason, agents kind of lose their mind when it comes to agent attraction. They think it's a completely different process and it can be overwhelming. It is the exact same thing. Why? Because real estate agents are people. I haven't met a lizard yet or any other species. Like they're people. And so people are people, whether they're buyers or sellers or whether they're agents. When you approach these agents, you approach these people, these humans, like they're just human beings that have the same need infrastructure, and they want to feel connected. They want to feel culture. They want to feel appreciated, and have people that care about them. It's the same process. And so that's kind of where I take it as far as agent attraction goes, is making sure that other individual across from the table from me knows that I care about them and I care about their real estate business and I want them to succeed. And so if I can impart, I mean, Jason only gave me like 5 or 10 minutes to talk to you all. And so if I've only got 5 or 10 minutes, what I would say to you is focus on that other party, right? Focus on that agent, focus on what they are looking for to grow their real estate business. I'll give you one sort of script, or one of the things people and our EXP agents will commonly grab me for, usually at an event or EXPCon, regional rally or whatever. Usually it's on my way to the bathroom because I'm like headed over there like, Tony, and they grab me on my way to the bathroom before I got in there, which I love. It's all good anytime. But and they'll say, hey, before you go, like tell me everything about agent traction. What do I need to do in the next 30 seconds? And so those are always fun conversations. But what I will normally say is, again, focus on that other individual. And if you want one sort of opening script, opening dialogue to begin and engage that conversation, and this is the way that I do it when I'm talking to like large teams, brokerages, broker owners, highly influential agents that are doing 100 million as an individual, like big deals. I ask everybody the exact same question, and that is this. And you might want to write this down if you're taking notes. Simple question is, have you reached your max potential? That's it. Have you reached your max potential? And again, doesn't matter who I'm talking to. Have you reached your max potential as a broker? Have you reached your max potential as a team leader? Have you reached your max potential as an agent? Do you know, Jason, what I hear every single time? Have you reached your max potential?
Gosh, no.
Gosh, no, exactly. Every single time they say no. So now I'm in a position of power in the conversation because I know exactly what they're going to say before they say it. So you want to be like an attorney in that regard. Attorneys don't ask questions. Police officers don't ask questions that they don't already know the answer to. You're the same way. So, hey, can I ask you a question? Have you reached your max potential? Now, by the way, this is after I've gained rapport. This is after I've made them laugh a couple times. This is after they know that they can trust me and that they actually, we built a relationship. And I hey, do you mind if I ask you a question? Do you feel like you've hit your max potential as a broker? No. Now, this is the most beautiful question in all of sales, in all of real estate, in all of life, particularly relating agent attraction. The next question that you ask, so everybody take out your pens, write this one down. Have you reached your max potential? No. Why not? Why not? That is the most important piece of this, right? And then you take out your golden pen that writes in golden ink and you write down every single word that they say in their own words. Why not reach their max potential? Why haven't they reached their full potential yet? Whatever they say, that is your opening. That is the gap. That's the needs analysis on why they haven't reached their potential in their own mind, whatever their limiting belief is. Sometimes it's a belief thing, right? Sometimes it is, oh, well, we don't have enough leads. If I had more leads, I'd be really killing it. Oh, man, my brokerage. The markets, all of a sudden, they've opened the door to this in their own words. You're going to turn around and ask them again and use their own words and say, well, hey, if I would you, right? If I would you, this is the next most important script. If I would you, hey, listen, if I could show you a way to get A, B, and C that you just told me is holding you back, if I could show you a way that several agents, hundreds of agents, thousands of agents, or that my business partners have solved that problem, that A, B, and C, would you be open to a 10 or 15 minute chat to talk about it? Would you be open minded to a 10 or 15-minute meeting to show you how we did it, how I did it, how they did it? That's it. That is the whole agent attraction script, that will absolutely help you to crush it in 2026 if you pull that off. And then the next piece, obviously, is get them on the phone with me, get them on the phone with Jason, get them on the phone with your upline or with your regional growth director, or your growth leader at the company, and we will absolutely help you to close those. You don't have to know everything. You don't. Did I say you have to learn about making it rain? You got to learn about express offers. You got to learn about EXP healthcare. You don't have to learn. You don't have to know any of that stuff. It's your upline's job, your sponsor's job. It's my job to know about all that stuff. So all you got to do is open the door when they tell you they're struggling with A, B, C, and D. You say, hey, if I could show you how we fix A, B, C, and D at EXP, would you be open minded to a 10 or 15-minute chat with someone that has all the answers? Okay, cool. How's next week look for you? Right. And it really is that simple. So don't overthink it. But again, focus on relationship and then focus on them and their business. And you can't lose with agent attraction. How am I doing? Am I good on time? I think I'm right at time.
Spot on, my man. Spot on. I love that information, Tony. Always making it simple. And I could be a huge advocate because, like Tony said, if you need him, reach out. In that case, hey, you need a third party validation, you could touch base with Tony. I've done it. I've pulled him in on my calls and said, hey, here's what we've got, land and ranch. We've got XYZ going on. I need some help. I need a support system. Tony's one of our amazing leaders. And he, along with you, Emily's also here. You'll see her in a little bit. Along with him, her, and all the other leaders, they're here for us all the time. And I love it. And I appreciate you, Tony.
Absolutely. Anytime. Thanks, guys.
Sweet. Awesome, 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 you guys. So now you have a small script to work up with as well, and it's going to open up a big door by using that. We put it down in the chat so you could check that out. And before we get to our next participant, we've got some stuff coming up in the future here, you guys. So let's talk about this. Coming up on February 20th. I'm jumping ahead of myself here. We've got Mr. Mark Simmons, an EXP icon right here in Indiana, and he's hosting How to Invest in Homes and Yourself. If you've seen some of his videos on social media, or if you haven't, you need to check him out. He's going to be showing off some amazing ideas to really capture investing in more homes. And then on February 25th, we've got the Bee Colony. Now, Coach B, Birgit Beal, she's in the house, part of EXP's education, EXP's university as well, making things happen. And she is here to help everybody. So she does a free session. This is kind of like a group coaching. She's probably going to kill me because I'm going to go off script here. She's here to impact everybody. And so she does this every other week, and it's at 10 o'clock Eastern. You could go and visit with Coach B. Bring your questions, bring your concerns. I don't know what I'm doing. I got XYZ going on. She's here, and it's awesome. So group style format, totally open door, and you guys could do that. Maybe she'll bring Sola, her dog, with her as well if she does. Yeah, the dog's awesome. So you guys definitely check her out coming up, and the next one's going to be February 25th. So be there. All right. Thank you there. All right, gang. So I already mentioned her name, Birgit Beal. She's going to do a little talking. We've got to get our minds in order, right? Mindset is huge of what we do in this business. And especially if you're here in the Midwest, like a lot of us are, we get this cold weather, this snowy weather, this hibernation weather. And it's hard. It's hard on the psyche. Maybe the kids are going a little crazy. Maybe work's not going the way you want it to. Kids are sick. You're sick. School's canceled. Well, we've got somebody who's going to help with that mindset to help you get on track each and every day. Coach B, Birgit Beal, we are happy to have you here. Open up the doors and let us hear your words of wisdom, my friend. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm pleasantly caffeinated as always in the afternoon, so it's good to see you guys. I'm just going to keep the energy up a little bit. I have one more meeting after this, so I have to go and just stay on top of it. But thanks for having me. I want to, this plays so well as far as what Tony has talked about, what John has talked about, as far as like habits and mindset and whatnot. But I have this little sticky note, and I'm gonna apologize. I'm a little under the weather today, so I have some stuff written down. But I don't know if you guys can see this. I have this, it doesn't matter even, but I have this old crinkly sticky, no, my background isn't playing. It doesn't matter even what it says. The point is, it's this old crinkly sticky note, and it says in here, we experience the life we focus on. We experience the life we focus on. It is my sticky note that is on my laptop, so I see it all of the time. Now, and we hear it all of the time. Focus on the life you want, what you focus on expands, energy flows where attention goes, right? But honestly, after a while, it sounds like almost like a Pinterest board or one of those things that we see online because it doesn't sink in anymore. The fastest way I can talk about it is you're here right now, you're spending time here. And that is the life that you're experiencing right now. You are 100% focused on this meeting, right? So this is what you experience in this current moment. There is no distraction anywhere else. Well, there might be some, but for the most part, you're all here engaged. I see you tuning in, I see you watching, and everybody's here and present. And so but I wanted to expand that a little bit more. So I just want to take some of those quotes or one of those and just strip the fluff out of it. Because all you have to do is really look at your life right now. Not the one that you want or that you have envisioned for this year, not the one that you're building, but the one that you're not even the one you're posting about, but the one that you're actually currently living. Because in there can be a little bit of uncomfortable truth because nothing in your current experience is random. It's reflecting you. Your calendar is a reflection. Time management or not time management is a reflection of the life that you're currently living. Your bank account, huge reflection of the life that you're currently living and on what you're focusing on. Relationships, reflection. Stress level, again, a reflection. So everything is in front of you, and it's just data that is laid out for you that you can see. None of that is meant, by the way, in a shamey kind of way, or you manifested this kind of way. It's actually meant more in, I come a lot from neurological, so I love applied neuroscience, part of my coaching jam. So I bring that in. It's our brain is designed to filter systems. It deletes, it distorts, it generalizes, and it does all of that based on what you've trained it to focus on. And I want you to hear it again. It does all of that on what you've trained it to focus on. If you've trained your brain that it's more important to answer an email instead of staying with your calls, even though you have that time block, then that's what you're going to focus on. You train your brain on what to focus on. So conversely, if you're constantly focused on, I'm behind, I'm overwhelmed, it's not working, I need to catch up, I'm not cut out for this, so on, so on, so on. Your nervous system literally scans your environment and highlights every piece of evidence that it can use to confirm that narrative that you're currently telling yourself. That again is your bank account, that is your cluttered calendar or your wide open calendar because you're not booking any appointments. So it's all right there. And then you'll say, and then of course you say, see, that's my life. Oh, I'm just stuck with it and I can't change it and nothing's ever going to work out. But what if your actual life actually wasn't a problem? What if your filter is? Because the experience of your life is 100% tied to what your attention is rehearsing daily. What your attention is rehearsing daily. Not once, not on a vision board, not on January 1st, daily, right now. So instead of asking what life do I actually want, ask what am I rehearsing in my mind all day long? What am I rehearsing in my mind all day long? That will actually get me to where I want, or what do I need to rehearse in order to get me to where I want to go? Am I rehearsing scarcity? Am I rehearsing comparison? Am I rehearsing worst case scenarios? Am I rehearsing how tired I am? Or am I rehearsing I'm handling this. I figured out I can move one step today. This is temporary. I'm building something awesome. So your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's repeatedly practiced, right? So it's Valentine's Day. Perhaps there's going to be some romantic movies going on, So I'm going to draw this for a little bit of a funny part, but there's all these what Valentine's movies going on. We experience the love stories. We're like in these love stories. We're invested, for better or for worse because your brain doesn't know what's real, what's not. So that's why we're there. And we can create the same thing with the stuff that we're rehearsing for ourselves as well. So the life that you're experiencing, it's the one you are practicing. It's the one you're practicing. And that is powerful to know because it means you're not stuck. You just might be focused on the wrong things. So, quick reset on this. Look at one area in life that feels frustrating and then ask yourself, what am I consistently focusing on inside this area? Not what I say I want, what I'm actually thinking about over and over in that area of my life. Because that is what's shaping your experience. Shift the rehearsal, shift the filter, shift the experience, and you'll have a different outcome. You don't change your life in a day, you change what you focus on today. And your life will follow. So those are my words of wisdom for today.
Boom.
Boom.
I got,
Mic drop. I'm done.
yeah, I'm telling you, you got me going because I was like, oh man, I think she's talking directly to me. I think that's why I think you were just, yeah, like looking at me here. Like, hey, where did you mic my office here? How'd you know?
Well, I
Love
think
it.
it hits home for everybody. I look at
It
myself
does.
too a little bit, right? We all do it, and it's so hard to pull ourselves out of those stories.
Yeah. Yep. No, you nailed it. It was spot on, especially for this time. And for, yeah, it does. It applies to everybody in some way. And, and think of that. Um, to be able to push yourself in that manner. And yeah, and you even use that mirror technique, right? Look at yourself and yeah, what are you telling yourself? So,
Yeah.
Birgit, you're a gem, always and
Thank
forever.
you. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Ah, hey, no, thank you very much. I'm glad you're here today, as well, dropping more goodness. Don't forget, Coach B, she's doing that bee colony every other Wednesday. If you look in the old chat too, I'm gonna plug her, shamelessly plug her too. She added something. What do you got there? Oh, that's the monthly group meetup. You're doing something awesome. It's a 15-minute something or other, right, Birgit?
Yeah, I sure. So if you like,
Please.
you can please schedule a focus session with me, 15-20 minutes, just a one-on-one session to help you, figure out where you currently at, what are some next steps that we can implement for you to start moving again. So 15 minutes and you will be back on the way, that I can guarantee. And with the bee colony, what we do is it's every week, every 2 weeks, basically the same theme. Where are you stuck? What are we going to do about it? Where are you stuck? What are we going to do about it? We have the scripts, we have the knowledge, but if we're not moving, then that's the intersection where we need to stop and take a look at that so we can actually utilize all the amazing tools that we've been given.
Perfect. Nailed it. So good. You guys plug in and keep on growing. Birgit, thank you so much. Again, appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right, my friends. One more thing I had to share because we were so proud of we've launched the championsorg.com. So a really cool website. We're gonna have some it's still a work in progress, but it's up. We've got a lot of cool stuff on here, resources. We've got business development on here, stuff ideas on how to onboard events that we've got coming up. I've mentioned some of those. So check this out, thechampions.org.com. And we are totally stoked about it. So click it. It's a URL. Boom, you're going. And then also, look at this guy coming up March 6th. at 9 a.m. 369. I like how that kind of flows of the timing. March 6th, 9 a.m. Doing the daily tasks to grow year by year. Now, this is going to be a impactful. Um, we're calling it a core event, or champions of real estate of is what core represents. Ian Main's going to be hosting this and really helping agents to just think better, grow better, be better. And hearing it from Ian, he's going to bring that greatness all the time too. So you can find this on Eventbrite. It's also on Facebook as you see it here. So yeah, go ahead and save it and get it and make sure you show up. That's going to be a great event too. And then here coming up in March into April, we've got our EXP regional rallies. Those are those mini conventions throughout. You could buy your tickets, find what's close to you, or maybe you just need to take a vacation. And you know what? You could write it off when you go to one of these places because it's work, right? And that's what we do. So, yeah, take a look. A whole bunch of amazing cities to tackle the regional rally. So, Ian, fly to America and go to all of them, or just meet us all in Utah in October. So, your choice.
Yes, Ian, come and see us. Have to chime in here.
Yes, yes, please do. Awesome, you guys. Last week, or excuse me, last month, Emily Helton came over, and she is our VP of Agent Success, and she wants to make sure that we do succeed. That's why she's here, darn it. Um,
I mean, I'll take the promotion, but I'm a director. But,
oh,
just to
director, I
clarify
call you a
you, but
VP.
hey, it's okay. I'll take it,
In my
manifesting maybe. I don't know.
in my heart and eyes, it's VP. I'm envisioning, I'm manifesting. I'm going to write a message over to Leo right now, as well as Brian Ellington.
Right,
I'll
right,
tell him,
right.
hey, VP, bring it. So, director
Love it. Love
of
it.
agent success, my friend
Yeah.
Emily Helton. I'm so proud of you. What's been going on in your world?
Hey, so much, so much. I was just going to kind of segue here. Like, I love that we've talked about production, we've talked about attraction, we've talked about mindset, and my role is not quite as, sexy as some of those things, but it's retention, right? So really, those are all like, attraction, production, retention, mindset is interwoven into all of that. So just if you guys have anyone who's given you a little spider, your little spidey senses going off that they're not happy or need some friction points smoothed out, I'm your girl. Get them with me. We'll get them taken care of. Just like Tony said, you don't need to know all of EXP. That's what my job's for. And it's always about curiosity. How, what are their pain points, and not vomiting EXP all over them. It's listening to them, having a curiosity mindset, and then pointing them and how we can help maybe solve some of those pain points, right? So if you need help with that, after I'm done talking, I'll drop my link and all the links I talk about into the chat if you guys want to schedule with me. I know, Jason, you do, because we already talked about that. So when I drop the links, grab it and schedule with me for next week. But I just kind of want to talk to you because we're talking about, onboarding, attraction, getting agents here, production, right? So last month we went rapid speed over a lot of the toolkits, right? So there's a couple of those that are tailored to production, attracting agents, like the onboarding piece. Once you've got them here, now what? Or they're open to it, now what? And then getting them up and running production. So I'm going to talk about those. I'm going to drop the links, and then I'm going to give you what should the agents do first and foremost when they join EXP? Like, what's their next step? Like, what do they do? So onboarding toolkit is exactly what it sounds like. There's the US one, and there's also an international one. So if you're, attracting internationally, globally, that's the one that you're going to want to look at for that. But it really goes are you at EXP yet? No, or are you just joining? Let's watch a video on how to fill out the join app. Like, it's really step by step. Okay, cool. You've already filled out the join app. Now what? Okay, cool. And it just takes you through the process and the steps of onboarding. The next one is the new agent toolkit, and it goes through, okay, so I've onboarded with EXP. How do I get connected to my state team? How do I learn all about the EXP stuff? Because my gosh, do we have some stuff, y'all? We really do. We have some stuff. And again, you don't have to use all of it, but you need to know about it in case, so in case you do eventually want to add it to your business, you can. Then there's university, right? So did you guys know in university that there's training paths? There's a new agent or new to EXP training path. There's an emerging agent training path. There's a CAP/icon training path. There's a training path if you're a team leader. There's all sorts of different training paths that point you into the direction that's most relevant to you. So I'm going to be dropping a link to one of those paths, but it still takes you to university, and you can change which path you're on by going up front or up top, and it says training sessions, and it's like has pathways. So take a look at those two. Even if it's not your training path, it's probably good to know about the new agent training path, the emergent, like all the different training paths, so that when you're, attracting agents, you know what is here for them, right? Then there's the new to EXP path. This is not if you're a brand new agent. It can be, but it's also if you're a team leader, if you're a rock star solo producer, if you're just an attractor, whatever. But it's new to EXP because it will it'll take you through all the things that is EXP's platform and how to get familiar with those, how to get signed up, and what next steps for you. A lot of these toolkits have some of the same links, but we want to make sure that they're reaching all the people that they need to reach, depending on what toolkit or what pathway they go down. What should agents, and FastCap. Okay, let's talk about production. FastCap is huge. It's a live course. They roll out 2 to 3 a month. It's 6 weeks. It's like an hour a day. Jason, is it just Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Do you know? I'm blanking off the top of my head. I have it pulled up.
Correct. I think they went to
Yeah.
Monday, Wednesday, Thursdays. Isn't that right? Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Thursdays. Because
Yeah, I think you're right.
yep,
Yes, because Fridays are
little,
rough.
yep, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And then yeah, so they're time blocked hour a day, and then they give you homework and activities, and it's all like, we've heard about revenue generating activities, right? What's going to get you in front of people, what's going to get you contracts, what's going to get you closings. So that's all there. There is a new part of FastCap that we don't have like a one pager on yet. University's working on that. But for agents who go through it and graduate, it's not retroactive. So if you go through it and graduate this year, then you can get leads for a year after you've been through FastCap. So not only does it give you a way to go fish and get your own, business, it also gives you some of that jump starting to get you some leads, so that you can get some business while you're figuring everything out too. So the top 3 things people should do when they join EXP: live agent startup that gets them logged in and able to access all of their systems; agent essentials, which is part of the emerging agent pathway. And it's really about, again, once you've gotten into the systems, now let's learn how to use the systems, and let's learn why you need them and how they help you in your real estate career. And then FastCap. So FastCap, I've already talked about, huge. Huge, huge, huge. Even if you're not a brand new agent, it's huge. It does what the name says, FastCap. And I'm done. So I'm going to drop my link, all the links, and at the bottom will be my Google Meet link, to where if you guys want to schedule 30 minutes with me to kind of talk about your business, I am more than happy to do so.
awesome. Thank you, Emily. Great stuff. And this is the intention of why we want Emily, our director of agent success here. Because she's going to help us all learn and plug in and know where to plug in and be there. I've messaged her on Slack and said, "Hey, a girl was asking me. She reached out to me on Facebook. She reached out to me about a team setup and all this stuff. And then she's just like, oh, and long story short, she was thinking of leaving EXP. And I told Emily, I was like, hey, reach out to her, connect with her, and make that happen, because we don't want anybody leaving. And it's just that's Emily's here to support us in every direction. And like she said, if you hear somebody like just having a hard time, whether it's production or whatever it's going on and just guessing, let's get these people involved with Emily and all of our leaders. Um, Emily's so awesome that she'll be able to help them figure out what's wrong and what they need, and then hey, you need fast cap. Hey, you need this, you need that, and it's awesome. So, um, it's great. How I know you've been doing this for what 2, 3 months as the director now, right? In this position.
Yes.
How's it been feeling? I'm sure it's probably you probably get like a gazillion emails a day and messages, don't you?
Oh, I live in Slack, let me tell you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sending probably
Slack
half of them to you.
emails, maybe so. And then that's okay. And then the hub now. So now I have to live in both while we're, people are in hub, people are in Slack. So it's crazy. It's a lot, but there's might be something wrong with me because I love it. So
Yeah, good, good. Well, we do appreciate all the support that you do give us all the time. It's huge. And so now when
yeah.
and I'm just curious for my own sake, on your role, do you look over the entire EXP or are you like division based?
I have half of the United, or a little over half the United States. So I have
Okay.
the eastern half, and it's roughly like 29 states plus DC. So,
I don't know.
and
Not a real
then
state.
my coworker Ramon, he handles the eastern or the western half, and he
Okay.
and I like help each other out. We stay in our lanes, but we cross over when we need to, and we work really well together. So lucky to
Cool.
have a great partner in that.
Yep. Ramon's an all-star too. Yeah, he's always keeping
Hmm.
us on track with agent numbers, top of the month all the time. So
Yes.
love those emails. Very cool. So, well, cool. Well, we appreciate you being here yet again, Emily. Thank you so much. Drop your whether it's Calendly or your connection link into the chat
Yep,
there
it's in
for
there.
everybody to.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, thank you. Oh, it's in there. Good. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Yeah, good, perfect. So click those, save them as well. You guys, that's what we have for this week, or well, this month right now. So keep plugging in. We're going to be having more of those events. Those events are geared very specific topics, like we saw that next one coming up February 20th, all about investing in homes, and that's going to go from beginner to advanced. So it's going to cover it all. I don't know if some of you get Mark's emails. He does this really awesome spreadsheet for investors or breakdowns. We're going to go over all that stuff. So if you thought about it or you're investing now, be sure to be there. Tell some people so that way you could bring them some attention too. But for everyone being here today. Thank you all for showing up on a Friday the 13th, nonetheless. But yes, go out there and have an amazing week. Continue to dominate all the things that you focus on and continue staying strong in everything. To all of our guests, thank you guys for coming on board. John and Tony, Emily, Birgit, thank you guys, all rock stars always. Everyone else, have a wonderful week. I'll be chatting with you soon. All right. See you guys.
Your time is now to become a champion of your real estate brand. Are you ready?
Welcome to the stage. It's your moment to shine. Level up your game. Success is on the line. Okay. Your time is now to become a champion of your real estate brand.